another one. I have many come. Any man with drug go. Making mommy here. Omi enu bottle water lo okay. Èmi nìkan mo mú kò sẹ́ni tó lè kó mú rẹ̀ o.
Wọ́n nìkan.
Wà láìtàlẹ̀ ògùn Ọlọ́run tó dá mi rí mi ní parọ́. Mo máa ń fọkàn sáyà lọ fi ṣe báyìí fún mi. Ìgbà tí mo wá dààmú, wọ́n wá ní pé àyèmí o, pé mi báyìí o. Nípa èmi ò ṣe kọ́kàn náà. Èmi tó láwọn ọmọ lórí. Tó láwọn ọmọ lórí tó yẹ kí mi gbọ́ gbọ́ wọn ló gbàjà. Mo sẹ́ẹ̀fù sínú nínú fídíò yẹn. Àwọn sínú náà ní tírí.
Everything you need to know about Mohbad's death. So if you are one of a patient that is looking for information about how Mohbad died, then stick to this video. Just take a chill pill. I will take you to the very end of everything. And for anybody that may ask me the authenticity of my information, God will punish you. So someone compiled the whole of this and sent it to me. And with every video that we have seen, all the evidences that we have seen, maybe you can tell me what is not true about the whole story. Probably this may be the last video I will make about Mohbad. Or I may make another one tomorrow where I will say something I will say about some people, and that may be the last. So stick to this video. Let's go to the end. Listen to the right up. Let's go. In so much pain I'm typing this. The reason is that this boy really fought hard. He tried so much hard. He gave death a tough time, but death won at last. Mohbad, one of the young street boys who rose to stardom from the street of Ikorodu, know these days of making freestyles, and boom, it goes viral online. One way or the other, the throwback videos went viral. He got noticed and got signed to a record label named Malian Music, owned by a certain Peckham drug lord Aziz Fashola, that is Naira Marley. Alongside Imole, Aziz signed other artists too, and turnings was going smoothly in the record label. Little did they know that there is more to just being in the record label and singing songs alone. Since the record label is owned by a drug lord, there are some certain sacrifices you need to do so as to stay relevant in the record label. First is you are initiated into peddling of drugs. Second is you will also take an oath of secrecy, never to reveal things going on in the record label. Their boss, who is now an ambassador of NDLEA, trained them and all they are doing so well in taking and peddling of drugs. Then it got to the level of secrecy oath and Mohbad refused. They gave him time to have a rethink. During those times, they sidelined him. The record label boss left him useless in the label, but were promoting Zinoliski back to back. He even gave out some of his street singers to Zinoliski in the knack. That's why you see Zinoliski dropping hits like back to back and looking like a rag. His life is under control of record label and he can't even opt out. Mohbad started complaining that he needs promotion too, that Naira Marley should not continue to promote Zino alone and leave him hanging. That's the beginning of their fight. It was from the argument, one thing led to another. He got worse, that they got physical most times, and Naira Marley hates to be challenged so bad. Mohbad was the only one challenging him in the rebel. Aside his record label boys, he has other young boys he recruited who help in carrying out drug businesses. One thing led to the other. He started restricting Mohbad from going out alone. If he goes out, he sees people trailing him. It was that bad. He then confided in some of his friends and then told him to run for his dear life. If not, it's a lifetime contract or they take his life. On hearing that, he summoned Naira Marley that he wants to leave the record label. That was the beginning of his nightmare. Naira Marley refused, saying that he can't opt out like that. This degenerated into serious argument, and Mohbad was beaten blue and black by Naira Marley boys. One of his arms got broken in the process. Bella was in the know of all this happening. He was updating Bella how things were going. He managed to stay in the record label for a month. One evening, as advised by friends, he wrote a letter trying to make it official that he wants to leave the record label. Naira Marley tore the letter right in front of him and walked him out. That night, Mohbad said he was done and he walked out on his boss, Naira Marley. Naira, on the other hand, seeing that this boy don't mean business, he went out and planned with NDLEA officials to come and raid Mohbad, so that even when they finally find out and Mohbad tries to say everything he knows, people will call him a drug addict and will not pay attention to his words. Luckily that day, when NDLEA raided their house, Mohbad went live and spilled some details about Naira Marley, but Naira Marley was ready for the damage control. He said it was drug that made him to do such things, and he has abused drug a lot. He was taken to the hospital after the NDLEA saga, even though nothing was wrong with him. Few days after he was discharged, his team reached out to me and said that Mohbad was contemplating suicide, that I should please save him from Naira Marley, that they are just small boys trying to fend themselves. I told them to write another letter and send it to Naira. If he tears it this time, it's on him. They wrote the letter and sent me a copy. After I got the copy, then I wrote a warning post to Naira Marley, telling Naira Marley to leave Mohbad alone. Else, I will release Wetin Dem Dey Cook with a bone, all their drugs peddling businesses. After all, I called out. The second letter was written. I told them to post it on Mohbad's page for record purposes. That was how this young man escaped Malian music. Naira first blacklisted him for the industry. You know this industry is man no man, it's deeper than what you know. After blacklisting him, he started sending threats to his parents, say their son was talking about them, that they go mourn him if they no want him. Threats everywhere. The trial still didn't stop. One day he was waylaid and beaten by Naira Marley boys. They took his phone, wiped everything in the phone, all the contacts, every single thing on the phone. After he left the record label, he tried to pursue his career on his own. Bella's mother and Zlatan also stood by him, but he didn't find it easy on Naira Marley because Naira Marley has put a mark on his body for the industry. He started getting rejections. No promoter was willing to work with him, but Bella stood his ground and gave him a shoulder. At some point, Naira Marley sent his boys after Bella's mother, but they missed him. Yet, he didn't stop pursuing Mohbad. Make no long Matasha. Straight numbers started calling Mohbad, telling him that they won't leave him until he is 6 feet down, that he can't dine with them, and opt out just like that. He lived his whole life on fear. When he welcomed his son, the whole matter of his son was one of the reasons why he didn't announce it. He knew they might come after his son, so he kept it on the wrap. There are countless shows he secured, and that minute they will cancel him and tell him that they got order from above not to use him. But in all this, man no be God. His glory was so loud that darkness couldn't overshadow him. Without all these show promoters, no godfather in the industry, he was doing so well on his own. Few of his friends who are influencers and stars stood by him too. They gave him shoulder. Being a sabi boy who started picking up and was doing so well on himself. The threats didn't stop. Spiritual attacks everywhere, here and there, laying ambush for him in anything he sees opportunity in. Just recently, Polo took him to America. Naira Marley still sent his boys in the UK to attack Mohbad, but again they missed him.